WWE this week also announced a new pay-per-view name, Extreme Rules, The Horror Show. We're in June. It's not Halloween.
But it is 2020.
Fair point. That is
it's true, like, George, would you like me to break down 2020 for you? Or have you not been paying attention?
I have been paying many attentions, and it is very much a horror show. So, fair point. They've understood. I mean, we're getting a cinematic match from it, aren't we? With Wyatt and Braun, in a swamp match, which I don't think is going to be for the Universal Championship.
Which is bullshit.
It is. I watched the Firefly Funhouse match earlier today just because I felt like it, and I love it.
Like,
it's good shit.
For me, it's the best cinematic match that they put out, and you know why?
It's not even a match.
No, exactly. That's exactly why it's the best one. It's exactly why it's the best one. And they felt something was missing from the Firefly Funhouse match, so they're going to try and replicate it with the Swamp match. And you know what? I think they thought the Firefly Funhouse match was missing? Wrestling. So it's going to be worse.
That or Eric Rowan. It's going to be one of the two.
I mean, I feel like WWE came up with this idea whilst playing WWE 2K20. Because there's like the Swamp match stuff in the story mode. Because I've had more time on my hands than actually started playing the game.
There's been more than one Swamp match, or is everybody forgetting the Wyatt family New Day feud of 20 whatever the fuck?
I actually did forget that, yeah.
That was a Wyatt compound match, though. It's different.
Yeah, come on. It's a come on.
You mentioned that, Joe. So what we've seen of Wyatt recently, like in the past year or two, has been The Fiend, and it's been Bray Wyatt, like the host of the Firefly Funhouse. Right. Are they kind of going back to that Bray Wyatt Swamp, like cult leader character now as well?
So WWE put out an Instagram earlier, and it was like the many faces of Bray Wyatt, and it was him as The Fiend, him as Mr. Rogers, creepy bastard, him as the cult leader, and him as something else. It wasn't Husky Harris before one of you said that. But I've just seen it. It's gone. I literally just saw it on my Instagram and it's just gone. But yeah, they've got like a four faces thing. So he's like, I agree with you, Rhys. I think they're playing on that now. They're gonna. As it is the Muscle Man.
Yeah.
The final face. The Wyatt Jim Muscle Man, the final face. I would like to see the return of the Wyatt family Bray, because that was actually my favourite Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, that is the best Bray Wyatt, even though they completely ruined it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Deleter of Worlds Bray is the best.
Maybe.
Wonderful. Worst pay-per-view name. Is that what it is? Is that the Extreme Rules? The Horror Show? Is it the worst? It's
not the worst. Great Balls of Fire. Come on.
Goodness gracious.
Great Balls of Fire.
Joe,
our social media.
We're going to have a pay-per-view, and we're going to call it Great Balls of Fire.
Why did you go really Welsh then?
I can't do it.
You know what that pay-per-view named the other.
Over on our Twitter, someone had a great point. It's not even the worst tagline, because there was that "In Your House, Beware of Dog."
Beware of Dog?
Wasn't that the one that
Welcome to In Your House, Beware of Dog.
Yeah. Not the dog, just Beware of Dog.
Beware of Dog.
Yes, this is Dog.
I feel like Vince. This isn't even. No, it wouldn't be Vince. Vince has no time for this. It would be Vince's grandchildren. It'd be like Stephanie's kids or Shane's kids that would be like, do you know what's really good on Netflix in a minute? Rocky Horror Show. That's a great tagline for a wrestling match. I'm going to throw one out there. Obviously, whilst we're talking about WWE shows and that sort of stuff, and I obviously mentioned Start for Sunday, if we were to have a return of a yearly pay-per-view, which one would you like to see? Rhys.
Yeah, definitely Cyber Sunday, because I think, like, at the time, the internet was around, but it wasn't a thing that worked as fast as it does now. Everyone didn't, like, it wasn't as accessible. Yeah. Now, like, Cyber Sunday would be incredible, but I think, like, now the general fan base are more wise. It's just completely.
We're just
like ultimate boat face.
We'll get something like Adam Cole is defending the NXT Championship against
Dexter Lumis.
Keith Lee, B, Dexter Lumis. C, William Regal. And everyone will vote for William Regal just because it was fucking hilarious to see William Regal back in the ring, and it would just be amazing because we're all trolls, we're all horrible people. Joe, if you were to see a show come back, what would you say?
Well, seeing as I don't think shows should be running right now, is that really a question you want to ask me?
Say we're not in a pandemic. Come on, have fun. Join in.
All right. Right. A show that should come back 100%, like annually. Ooh. Because just the thing I've been watching during the period when all of those shows have been pretty much set in stone, and like it's really, really obvious when one of them was coming up, and it becomes a thing when one of them is coming up. Suddenly, all the feuds are cell matches. Suddenly, everything is leading towards the Elimination Chamber. Why are there 6 contenders for one title? How are they going to fix this? It's really, really, really like what I'd like to see is not an annual return to pay-per-views, but what I'd like to see is the pay-per-view being a bit more organic.
Yeah, I like that. So you were basically you're saying you'd like to see a Hell in a Cell match on an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, for example.
Like if they're going to bring back Cyber Sunday, do it when the hacker is revealed and he's about to step into the ring. Makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. Shaun?
Like they did that. Just before. They did do that back in like I think 2003 when they had the Hell in a Cell match. They brought back Bad Bloods for that.
Yeah.
Maybe you know I got bad blood.
I do like that idea, Joe.
I like that as well. Shaun, what if you were to bring...
Otherwise, Halloween Havoc every time.
That was the other one I had in my head as well. Shaun, I assume
that was actually my answer. Halloween Havoc every single time. But if we're going only name-wise, then maybe Armageddon too. That's a really cool name.
It was just always a December pay-per-view, wasn't it? But I don't know why we're not saying December to December, because come on, why was that not a yearly thing? Extreme Rules Elimination Chamber.
Just with Big Show turning up every year dressed up as Santa Claus going, I'm going to deck your halls.
Bub.
Oh, is that the line? I'm going to deck your halls.
Yeah, he goes, I'm going to deck your halls, bub. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
He's giving.
Although they did run a couple of ECW one night stand shows, they've got enough talent to do a TNA one night stand. They could have
that'd be so good.
Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles main event. They could have like Bobby Roode and
we've got Abyss in the back. You've got Sanjay Dutt.
Throw Dolph Ziggler onto that card because Lord knows he's meant to. I don't know how he's kept his WWE contract this long. But
I mean, you could have a very much recent WWE.
If you built an ex-WWE talent who's killing it in TNA from the ground up, you get Dolph Ziggler.
Well, I mean, you could do Drew Galloway, just change his surname for the night versus Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mr. Impact Vlog, if I offended you.
You've got Sanjay Dutt in the back. You've got Abyss.
Yes.
Galloway and Lashley, wasn't that like the main event of Bound for Glory?
2010, something like that. They put it on their YouTube channel about a week before whatever the most recent show was. I've already forgotten.
Backlash.
Thank you. I mentioned his name a little bit earlier today. Baron Corbin obviously was on last night's SmackDown getting beaten up by many baby faces. One of them is his potential feud, and he doesn't want to feud with him. That's Matt Riddle. Wonder if this has any connotations to what's going on in life.
Well, I was there. I was in the building when...
Well, last night, were you?
No, hear me. Of course, if I was there, then like honestly, I'd just come to your house and give you a huge hug. Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, cool. I work with a key worker. I live with a key worker. So I'm fine.
I know. Anyway, in all seriousness, I was in the building when Baron Corbin looked at Apollo Crews while he was lying on the mat and said, "Go back to Ring of Honor." So his attitude towards Matt Riddle is perfectly in character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about character-wise, Matt Riddle is everything Baron Corbin hates.
Yes.
He's fun-loving. He's chilled. He's
an indie superstar.
Yeah, he's an indie superstar. He's got all of that going. Yeah, but if it has any connotations on what's going on, possibly, maybe. I don't know. Apparently, Velveteen Dream was in a car accident recently and is now released from hospital.
To be honest, like everything going on Twitter is an absolute car crash as well. So
yeah, that's probably what I meant. He probably wasn't even in the actual car. They're just saying him on Twitter in a minute, car crash. Would that keep him off TV? Probably.
Something will. Don't know if it's that.
Yeah. Like I feel like the Velveteen Dream has been in a car crash, so we need to keep him off TV. They clearly had plans to have him on TV because it was meant to be tagged with your boy George.
Yeah, it's true. He's meant to be taken with Dexter.
But like now your boy's got nothing, so I think your boy is disappearing off TV.
No, he's got a few. Don't worry, he's got Roddy Strong. He is going to skin Roddy Strong alive on live TV and eat it and wear it as a mask.
Look, the only thing that Dexter Lumis can draw is pictures of him kidnapping the Undisputed.
Actually, he's actually got. I follow him on Instagram, and he actually put up some very interesting art. And I'm going to quickly grab it. It's really weird following on Instagram because he just smokes cigars and works out.
If you want to share screen, fam. Let's see if it even works on Twitch. Come we go.
I'm just going to show my phone to the camera if my Instagram wants to load. But it's really weird following on Instagram because he just smokes cigars, does barbecues, and works out.
Who's that Baron Corbin? Baron Corbin's a great chef.
Baron Corbin is a great chef, but I mean Dexter Lumis. But we'll quickly gloss over the horrible news. Obviously, we all know what's going on in the world. Before I do, this is the art I'm on about. Dexter Lumis painted that.
Can I just make one thing clear? We're glossing over the horrible news, not because we're not aware of it, not because we're not affected by it, not because we don't feel that we have anything to say about it. We are glossing over the horrible news because at this point we don't know what we will say that will possibly get us into or out of legal.
Mainly me. Me.
It's definitely not you. It's definitely me. So that's why we're doing this way. I personally have a lot to say, but it's not the time.
It is not the time just yet. Obviously, everyone in the wrestling world is aware of what has been going on over the last week, just over a week, with the hashtag Speaking Out movement. WWE have actually put some actions behind their words. Jack Gallagher was released last week, and they've now followed that up by today releasing Travis Banks and Ligero from their contracts following the allegations made towards them. They've been removed off WWE.com completely, scrubbed clean. Goodbye. See you later. Beep.